Hey there friends, it's Peter, and today we of course are going to Lincoln Park Zoo. It's become a little tradition here. I go here every time I come home, it seems like. One of these days I'm going to take you guys to Brookfield because I would really love to go there. But in the meantime, we're going to go to Lincoln Park Zoo, check out actually some new sights because there is something new that's happened here since I came last. But enough chatter, let's get started. Well friends, this is where Alexander Hamilton, the baby camel calf, was, but as you can see, is not the exhibit. Sad day. Here we got the red kangaroo mob. Yes, a group of kangaroos is called a mob. Bet you never knew that.
Right there. Look right here, guys. Ashley, you gotta put your crackers down. Oh, out here, look, they're up there. They're not going I want to get crackers.
Oh, look at him swing. Oh.
Right there.
Yeah, it's up there. Oh, and there's one over here sitting in a swing. Oh my goodness! Wow! Look how big it
is. One zebra, the one on your right, I believe is a young one. There's a couple of young ones, I don't know when it was born. Here's some interesting trivia for you guys. Although this is now the Helen Brock Primate House, if you look closely at the top, it says Small Animal House. And before 1992, that's exactly what this was, the Small Animal House.
Animals are out today. Look at this is kind of like the other one like that. Oh, look! Like this one they have lettuce. Look, they have it's a lemur. They have lettuce right there.
Boy, the colobus monkeys look different today now, don't they? There's the pied tamarins hiding all the way up there.
Yeah.
There they are. At some point in the near future, Lincoln Park Zoo is actually going to completely redo the lion house, or as much as they can given its landmark status. So this could very well be the last time I come in here as it is. So I'm going to show you guys all around this particular exhibit. You got this empty exhibit right here. I suspect this is them starting to move out their collection because supposedly when the lion house comes back, it will only have lions in it. Serval is in here. I don't know exactly where it is. See, what'd I tell you? They're starting to close off their exhibits. I will bet, this is where the tigers were, I will bet that they've moved them off to another zoo as they're starting the transition. They haven't said exactly when construction will begin, but I suspect it will be happening sooner rather than later. There's the serval right there in this exhibit. Taking a little cat nap. They look tiny, but I wouldn't want one of these as a pet. Here's one of the zoo's 2 jaguar exhibits. If you go over here, you can see the jaguar. There he is, right up there. First time I've ever seen Chianto not pacing around. He's looking right at me. Last but certainly not least, this is the indoor lion habitat. So you can see the lions are probably outside, the male Sahara and the 2 females. Even the gift shop's closed. I mean, I never saw this as a popular attraction anyway, but I've never actually seen it completely empty. So here we got the two female lionesses right here. And looky here is Sahar.
See, that's how long the mom was lying right here. It's right here. She's sleeping.
Of course, all seem to be enjoying a nice cat nap. Here we have the Japanese macaques at Regenstein Macaque Forest. He's looking right at me, or she, I don't know, I can't tell. This exhibit was built where the penguin house used to be, and the penguin exhibit has just reopened, just about a month ago actually. We will be seeing that new exhibit in a few moments.
There's like holes in there. Turn back around.
Okay, the Red River Hogs have been at Lincoln Park Zoo for about 5 years now. This is my first time seeing one of them. And here we are, my friends, Lincoln Park Zoo's newest exhibit, the Robert Mayari Pritzker Penguin Cove. Let's take a look, shall we? These specific penguins are African penguins, otherwise known as black-footed penguins. They live in tropical environments and are able to live outside year-round. A big improvement over the previous living space where they had Arctic penguins and Antarctic penguins, which could only live inside. That's part of the reason the house closed, is because the equipment had got too old. Here's another new sight at the zoo, this globe. This was not here before, but it was installed during the construction of the Pritzker Penguins Cove. The African savanna appears to be empty right now. The giraffes and the ostriches will eventually be moved back here. Here's Maggie, the African dwarf crocodile, just chilling out like she usually does.
Look at the baby ones are too.
She's got a lot to smile about, doesn't she? Yeah. She lives here with all these fish. But believe it or not, she doesn't eat them. They keep her well fed so that she won't want to eat them. What kind of a bird are you?
You see that like here? No.
Here's a preview of the Walter Family Arctic Tundra. This is where the new polar bear exhibit is going to be. It's not quite open yet, but it should be opening soon. And this right here is the now empty Amur tiger exhibit, leaving credence to the fact that they are going to start this renovation pretty soon. Tigers are all gone. One of them is Molly, a female Amur tiger who was here, actually born here at the zoo in '97. Well, friends, we just got done with the zoo and eating lunch at RJ Grunt's, and now we're going to go explore the city a little bit. I've always wanted to show you guys the city of Chicago here in downtown Chicago, and now I'm going to get the chance to do that. I'm so excited. Here we have the Second City right here. Plenty of famous comedians came out of there. I also have some friends that have gone there and studied at their school, so that's pretty cool. Here we are, friends, getting towards the heart of the city. There's a Hard Rock Cafe right there. There's a Rainforest Cafe over there. Man, I haven't been to Rainforest Cafe in forever. Yeah, the Rock and Roll McDonald's. Check that out. I've actually never been there, and now that I'm healthy eating, I probably will never go there. Here we are traveling down Michigan Avenue, otherwise known as the Mag Mile, or Magnificent Mile if you like to say the full names. This really is probably the heart of downtown Chicago. Absolutely love it down here. I wouldn't want to live here though. Absolutely too much congestion. I like living in my little town and coming for visits. Would never actually want to live here though. Over in the distance, I'll try to zoom in on it, but you can see the Ferris wheel over at Navy Pier. I went on that once a long time ago, about 20 years ago in fact, went down there. Fun times. Don't know if I'd ever do it again, but it was fun. So So now, my friends, let's go down to the river walk along the Chicago River. Beautiful Chicago River. Yesterday this was dyed blue for the Cubs. Fortunately, it's no longer dyed. The joke is that they dyed this green for St. Patrick's Day, but isn't it always green? Oftentimes the city will have riverboat tours down here on the Chicago River. There's a water taxi right there. I myself have been on a couple architectural tours down here. It's quite impressive if I do say so myself. These buildings right here are the marina right here on the Chicago River. I've always driven past this, but I've never actually been inside of it. One of these days I'd like to get inside, see what it's like. So I'm going to take a slight detour from the Riverwalk. I'm going to walk on up State Street and go down here for a little bit, see what I can find. Okay. The street right next to me is Kinsey Street. Now there is a very interesting story associated with this street. Back in 2003 or so, there was an incident involving the Dave Matthews Band that happened right here on Kinsey. As they were going over the bridge, they happened to empty the toilets on their tour bus, and it hit a Chicago architectural tour boat that was going down below. Rather unfortunate. People sued, and it wasn't pretty. Here's a shot on the State Street Bridge looking down at the Chicago River, and you can see there is some sort of riverboat tour going on right now. I don't know exactly what that is, but there are quite a few people on that boat. There's the Chicago Theater right there, and while I show you that, I'm going to head down to the Riverwalk again from State Street. And right now I'm standing pretty much right on the edge of the Chicago River. There's the marina right in front of me. Apparently you can rent boats. How cool would that be if you lived there and you just used a boat to get to and from work every day? I would absolutely love that. Taking another detour right now. I'm going up to Dearborn Street because I think this is where something I want to show you is. A little part of Chicago history. You know, the one drawback about walking on a bridge like this, you feel every single little bump the traffic makes, especially if it's a bus. Well, this wasn't the history I thought I was going to show you, but if you look here, this is the site of Chicago's first movable bridge. Timber span provided only 60-foot opening for the passage of vessels. It was so dangerous that the city council ordered it removed, but this is only the fourth bridge at this site. Pretty impressive. Almost seems appropriate that I'm walking past here right now. This is Harry Carey's restaurant. My parents have a rather interesting story about this place. They came here to eat one night. This is before they were even married. And the line was so long, they decided to leave. As they were leaving, Harry Carey came out of his limo. He asked how the food was, and they said, well, we didn't say the line was so long. And Harry Carey told them, great.
It's a Hard Rocks.
So,
Did you have a Hard Rock at home?
pretty cool being here, especially given recent events with the World Series. I know this isn't smell-o-vision, but man, does it smell like fish down here. Hey look, there's a Chicago Sun-Times building. My kind of people, in other words. Well, you've heard of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon? Here we've got the Floating Gardens of Chicago. I don't know if that's actually what they're called or not, but if they aren't, they should be, because these are definitely gardens and they are definitely floating. Well, friends, I apparently have reached the end of the Riverwalk. I made it all the way to Lake Street, and it's apparently ended. So I'm gonna head back now, go back to where I came, and see if the parents want to pick me up. Or maybe they don't. I don't know. I can just chill out without them, I guess. Well, friends, my parents are ready to pick me up, so I'm gonna go wait in front of the Tribune Tower for them. Should be fun. I've enjoyed giving you guys this Riverwalk tour, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. Okay, I took a picture of this earlier. This is Abe Lincoln, and I'm not entirely sure who else, but it's right in front of the Tribune building. So I'll get closer to see if I can find out exactly who this is. So while I'm waiting for Mom and Dad, I thought I'd show you guys this. This is the Wrigley building. This is who Wrigley Field is named after, the Wrigley family. And it is also the home of Wrigley's Gum. So if you ever buy Wrigley's Gum, this is who you're supporting. Hey look, that bus has an advertisement for Greektown on it. Pretty impressive, if I do say so myself. I love Greektown. Okay, I think that must be the Greektown trolley, because why else is there another advertisement for Greektown on it? Hey friends, we're driving past the Chicago Water Tower. This is one of the few buildings to survive the Great Chicago Fire of 1871. Still exists today. Those of you who have been reading my Project 25 stories will recognize this place. This is Burger Park. This is where I went to summer camp during the summer of 2000. That's the same camp that I quit early because the counselor yelled at me for not participating in a dance. Well friends, you can tell it's rush hour because the train is here in downtown Wilmette. We're stopped at the train tracks and watch as it goes by. I'm going to keep recording because in just 1 second we are going to cross the railroad tracks. I absolutely love the slant to this. It's quite entertaining. Alright, here we go. Ready, and... whee! Ever since they redid that, I was probably in like 2nd or 3rd grade when they redid that, and I've always enjoyed doing that. I know it makes me sound like a little kid, but I don't care.